welcome to another week of the 10-12 pregame show. So, as usual, I'm Coach Herb, and we got Coach Ham back with us again for some good talk. So, week 7 is here. So, last week of the regular season, then we're going right into playoffs. But I have a few announcements before we get into some really good football talk. I'm excited this week. So, Monday we got community cleanup. So, you get paid to do a community cleanup from around 5 to 7. And then $20 an hour, and then from 7 to 8, Coach Neal runs a job force workshop. So you get to learn more about just different careers and jobs and things like that. And kind of get start thinking about a career for kind of workforce and what you want to do, as a career. So that's Monday nights. Tuesday, we still got team practice, 5:45. So we always out there, rain or shine. So make sure you check our story. So even if it's raining or anything, we still, get to the field, get some work in. And then team mentor dinner starts around 7:15, 7:30 if you can't make it to practice. But mentor dinner's been, a lot. We've been going through a lot of marks of manhood. And, it's just an awesome time to meet with your mentor and just get some good food, Taco Tuesday, and, just fellowship with one another. And then, as usual, we got our league night, 6:30. And then biggest announcement is there's no games next week. So next week's a bye week for everyone, so we won't be at the field Saturday. And then last announcement we have is we still have some room for summer camps. So if you want to, get out the city, experience something new, and go to a sports camp, please let us know ASAP. We have a camp coming up on we're leaving this Sunday, and then we have a camp that leaves July 5th, so that Wednesday. Coming back. So we got basketball camp July 2nd to the 7th. Mad fun on the lake, mad chill. You get to play hoop for a week, get on teams, all-star games, all types of stuff. That'll be this Sunday. And then SB2 Dub is sports leadership camp. So you get to learn what it takes to be a leader, physically, mentally, and spiritually. But also they play all types of stuff. They have like kayaks, they got wrestling. It's in Pittsburgh, PA. So they got all types of fun stuff for you. So if you're interested in going to any of those camps, please let us know ASAP. DM the 1012 page or get with one of your coaches, and they'll make sure we get you the info you need to sign up for camp. So, now let's get into some of this football talk. So let's recap last week a little bit, Coach Ham. So you guys went 1-1 last week. Win against the Dolphins, lost against the against the Ravens. So, just talk to me a little bit about the Seahawks team. What y'all looking forward to heading into playoffs. So you got to play the Ravens this week one more time. We'll get into that. But what are you expecting from your team going into playoffs?
Honestly, for us just to come out and just play as a unit, just play as one, play as a team. I speak to my guys every week that it's not really about highlights. The worst thing that y'all can do is have a million highlights in a game, but y'all still lose the game. Like, who really won? Who really got the highlight? So just really just playing as one, just, playing as a team and getting the job done and just finishing. Like, even if we up by 40, I don't care. Like, finish the job. Like, keep stepping until y'all can't step no more. Keep playing until the whistle blows. So just looking forward to them to just giving it they all and then just having fun. Like, having fun is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Us just winning and coming out on top.
For sure. So I would say from week 1 to week 7, y'all are a completely different team, for sure. What other teams in the league do you think are like from week 1 to week 7? Who else would you say is like completely kind of changed their direction, like in a positive way, or even in like a downhill kind of sliding downhill way?
I'll say, like, me coming and looking at the Cardinals, I wasn't expecting them to be 6-1.
Okay,
Same
for
week 7.
sure.
So, like, just me seeing how them guys get together every week, and despite whatever they got going on off the field, they can just all come on Saturday and just all play as one unit and just win the game for the most part. They've been keeping Draco at quarterback. So me just saying them, and then the Steelers, I was expecting them to be a lot stronger this year. But they just having a few complications, just trying to figure out who's going to be that dominant quarterback, that QB1. So them, and then of course the 49ers, they've been balling out.
Yeah.
I still been seeing a little bit of where they can fill in and like fill those gaps and still be dominant, but they still getting the job done, and they came back last week and
Yeah,
just
for
those
sure.
three teams really.
Yeah, I would say definitely, like you said, the Cardinals for sure. Did not expect them to be 6-1 and still rolling. Number one seed heading into the last week of the regular season. And I gotta shout out the 49ers. Like, obviously, I mean, I had them winning a lot of games for sure. But shout out to Snead and Kyrie stepping up for him big. Like Kyrie kind of didn't win the whole game for him, but he had a lot of great runs that helped put the 49ers ahead in that Steelers game. And then yeah, shout out to the Steelers too. They're just chucking ahead. It's sometimes hard for them getting 5 or 6 guys to the field,
To the field, yeah.
but they're still top of the pack. And yeah, I'd say I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, they've been grinding for sure. And then the only two ones I'll probably say, only one team I'll probably say is the Colts. Man, they
Yeah,
ain't getting guys to the field, but when they were at full strength, I thought they were going to be top of the top 2, 3 seed. I don't think I've ever my last 3 years. I don't think they've been below like third seed going
yeah.
into the playoffs.
Seeing them from last year and then seeing them this year, them
Yeah.
just having a few 10 a.m. games. I think I actually counted. I think the coach actually had 4 10 a.m. games this season. So just seeing them not be able to come and play. We played them and they didn't show up. It was a forfeit. So just really looking hopefully going into next season, them just coming back stronger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still got playoffs. They got a chance 2 more weeks to get a team there, but we'll see for sure.
See, yeah.
So let's get into these matchups for sure. So we got y'all starting the day off 10 a.m. game, playing the Ravens for the third time this season. So week 7, let me tell y'all, week 7 is based off of the regular season. So we kind of made the week 7 schedule off of who needs to play who in order to keep the standings, to avoid any tiebreakers going into the playoffs. So we still might have a few tiebreakers, but through this schedule, we should be able to break 2 or 3-way ties for sure. So that's why y'all seeing the Ravens one more time in the
Just know that
playoffs.
everybody is matched up how they're supposed to be. If you really look at it and you look at
Yeah,
dynamically,
for sure.
where everyone is in the league, everyone is where they're supposed to be. 10 a.m. though, yeah, 10 a.m. game. I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to us coming out hot, man. Like it's a 10 a.m. game. You gotta come with a lot of energy. You gotta come ready to play. Them just having fun with it, but also balling out and standing up to that potential that I know that all my players have.
Yeah, man, I like y'all at the 10 a.m. game only because y'all coming off a loss, and I feel like you guys are hungry for that win, and you're playing the same exact team. So and I believe y'all were just one drive away from like y'all could have won it in the
Yeah,
last
bro.
drive. I think y'all threw an interception or ran out of time.
Yeah, ran out of time.
Ran out of
Last
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I like y'all, but I would say to this Ravens team, they're clicking on all cylinders. So this will either make them 7-1 or 5-2, which they're guaranteed, top 4 in the playoffs. So yeah, they'll probably end up 3 seed depending on yeah, I think they're number 3, locked in at number 3 or higher no matter what happens on the field tomorrow. I mean on Saturday. So we'll see. So I got the Seahawks winning, but I got the Ravens probably creeping into my final 4 for real. Yeah, going into playoffs week.
They're a good team.
So yeah, I got them getting a first round win for sure. So yeah, let's go field 2. We'll go to the second 10 a.m. game. And we'll go Colts versus Eagles. So both teams struggling, 6 or 7 guys on the field. So let's say both teams – it's hard to say both teams at full strength. I don't know if both teams will get 14 there. That would be hard. But let's say both teams get 10 to the field. 10 be 7-on-7, but they got 10-player roster at the field. Who you liking in this matchup?
I'm gonna go Eagles, man.
Eagles?
Just because it's the fifth 10 a.m. game of the season for the Colts, and the Eagles, they won last week, and Yeah, man, it's just the coach getting those guys there, man. When they're there, when they're full strength, or when they at least got 7, 8 there, they ball out. But lately, we haven't been seeing the coach, on top. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to run with the Eagles on this one.
Okay. I'm also going to go with the Eagles. I think the Colts are going to get guys to the field. They kind of know it's, end of the season. I think guys going to show up and play. But Eagles just got a little more momentum. Shout out to Coach Sean, Coach Daniel getting those guys rallied up. I think they were missing a few pieces against the Falcons, like Brickhouse and Vega still. So I think if those guys show up this week and same thing Colts guys show up, I think the Eagles have more momentum, more chemistry to kind of get the job done a little bit more. So let's go. We'll go. Oh, let's talk about game of the week. So we got game of the week. 49ers versus Cardinals. So this will also be the 11:30 on Field One. We'll also live stream this game, so you can catch it live on YouTube if you're not at the field. And so we got these 49ers who are 6-1. Their only losses to the Cardinals on a technicality off the field. So technically they won that game, but because of off the field stuff, they had to take that loss on their record. Versus the 6-1 Cardinals, who I forget who they took their L to, but Cardinals are number 1 seed. So this is battle of whoever gets that number 1 seed in the playoffs, going 2 weeks from now. But also, the number 1 seed has to face the coaches in the coaches game for playoffs week, which we'll get into that a little bit too. So, what's the name? 49ers versus Cardinal for the number 1 seed. Who you liking in this one?
I watch a lot of film, man. I watch a lot of film, and against that game last week with the Steelers and the 49ers, it was a few open looks. Normally, when the 49ers come out there, it's always a high-scoring game. Last week, it was in the mid-20s.
Yeah.
Barely touched the 30s.
Yeah, Steelers did a good job. Steelers played solid defense.
I just feel like if the Cardinals can come to play and they come play together and they locked in and focused, then they might can do something with the 49ers because first game they only lost 12-6.
Yeah.
They only lost really by 6 points. But since it's gonna be an 11:30 game, I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers only because I know Coach Buck gonna be there. Coach Buck, he been there at 10 o'clock, 9:30. Coach Buck gonna be there. I know Bobby gonna make sure his boys there, hold everybody accountable, and they gonna come ready to ball out, man. They doing this season for the ones that's not here no more. So, they just got a certain drive to them that they just trying to win and just hold on to that championship.
Yeah, for sure. Man, dang. See, I was hoping you would pick the Cardinals, so I could pick the 49ers, so we have a split decision.
Yeah.
But I think, man, Cardinals going to get into me for sure. I like the 49ers in this one, but I think the Cardinals are going to play really well.
They going to play really well for sure.
I honestly think this could be the Community Bowl championship game, coming 3 weeks from now.
Seahawks,
for sure.
He still counting y'all out.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all
Yeah,
gotta
Seahawks.
play, man.
Yeah, Seahawks. I'm staying on the other side with the Seahawks. But 49ers, the reason I like the 49ers in this game is because we saw Snead, Kyrie, and even Tristan step up. Like, usually it's, Reese, Bobby, Julio, Maul kind of making plays. But now, the 49ers are getting, everyone involved. And if they keep getting everyone involved, they're going to be a hard team to stop in the playoffs for sure. So I like the 49ers. I think this is going to be their statement game to let them know, Cardinals, y'all like that, but they going to be like, yo, we still top dog for sure. So I think 49ers are going to win by a touchdown or two, but I think Cardinals are going to take this L, use it as momentum to get themselves to the Community Bowl championship in 2 weeks. So then we got the 1 o'clock game. We got another big game. This decides the 4th or 5th seed. We got the 1 o'clock game between the Steelers and the Dolphins on Field One. So who you liking in this one?
We played the Dolphins last week.
Yeah.
And they threw 3 interceptions.
Okay.
If they do that against the Steelers,
Well, Mark as a quarterback, right?
Who?
Mark, the number 6.
Yeah.
Okay, not Stephon. Okay. He threw 3 interceptions to y'all?
He did 3
Okay.
To the same person.
So is y'all okay, so was that Seahawks defense like that, or he was having a bad game? Or a little bit of both?
Dontre is like that on that side.
Okay.
Lockdown. But also you can't forget about the side where you got Darius, Ron, and Tay,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Tyrone sometimes. So I mean, honestly, it was good defense. He might have been forcing a couple looks, but the looks were there. It was just better defense played within them and a receiver. Honestly though, I'm gonna have to take that black and yellow. I know Tank gonna hate me for going against him. That's my
That's
brother
a good
for
take
life.
though.
But
Yeah.
I guess I just gotta go Steelers because black ain't cool with losing.
Yeah.
And if Zach come out in them pajama pants and playing them all game, it's for sure gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna
So
have to take that black and yellow.
pajama pants Zach gotta show up and ball out.
It's a different one.
Yeah.
When he took him off, he threw an interception. Zach, you might want to keep them on, my guy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I gotta go with Dolphins on this one. I'm going with Dolphins for one reason they know who their quarterback is now, and they live or die by that. Steelers, they put 3 people back there in week 6, and I can't go with a team who not trusting one QB to get the job done. Like Dolphins, like yeah, he's gonna throw, like everyone makes mistakes in the games, but I feel like if you switch out QBs or things like that, he's losing trust. Like the whole team's kind of losing trust. And I felt like that was what the Steelers, like they were losing trust, panicking, franticking against the 49ers when they were still in the game, and it kind of caused the game to get away from them. So the Dolphins don't do too much of that. They kind of just, live and die by the game plan and stick to it, and that builds more trust. So I think week 7 they're going to get this win over the Steelers. So let's move back to field 2. The 11:30 over there is Eagles playing their second game of the day versus Bengals, who would play their first game of their doubleheader as well. So Eagles are going to already have a game under their belt going into this game, and Bengals will be trying to set the tone for 11:30 and 1 o'clock game. So who you like in this Bengals Eagles game?
Gotta go with my guy Coop, man.
Okay.
Ty might not be there this week, but I still got Honcho and the other guys sticking around to pull it out. Yeah, man, I just gotta go to Bengals. A team that's been around, this a little longer with those guys that they playing with. The Eagles still trying to figure it out, still trying to get it there. But I just like the Bengals for some reason. I just feel like they are not going to keep losing and just keep going down. So it's just so easy.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good take. Man, I love both of these teams. Love both of these coaches for sure. I'm a rock with the Bengals. I got the Bengals. Also, I got the Bengals winning this game. I got them going into the Falcons game, winning that one too. But I just like the Bengals offense right now. I think they flow pretty well. Clyde steps up. He's making catches this year.
Only
Man,
thing is
K
they don't.
K K. Oh, Kamara. Yeah, Lil Kamara. He's been going crazy. He stepped up a lot this year too. And yeah, I just trust Kwame back there as their QB. Like he just makes great decisions. To put them in position to win.
Put them in position.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes, throws interceptions, but like with him back there, I feel like they always got a good chance. And then going into the Falcons Bengals game, who you liking in this one?
Gotta go Bengals, man.
Bengals?
Bengals gonna be there. We know the Bengals is gonna show up. Hopefully, since the Falcons have a 1 o'clock game, they can get 7, 8, 9 there. But just as lately, they just been falling short.
Yeah.
Did they win last week or did they lose? I think the Eagles actually beat them.
Yeah,
right?
they lost to the
Yeah,
Eagles.
So they lost to the Eagles.
Very
last
close
week,
game, though.
Very close game, but the Bengals just gonna be on and rolling, and I think they just gonna keep it going. Snowball effect.
Yeah, I do got to shout out Dre on the Falcons QB1. And Fats, they got good chemistry for sure. I think dynamic duos. When I think of 10-12 dynamic duos, I think Shannon and Vinci.
Yeah, I was
And
just,
then I
was just about to
also,
say,
but I
yeah.
also think of Dre and Fats. Like they also had the same type of
Same
chemistry,
yeah.
and they can move the ball down the field. Just those two and play off of that for sure with the rest of the team. But yeah, I'm liking the Bengals in this one too. Again, Falcons just had to take their licks this season. For guys not showing up, and then it's just not enough chemistry to get things going. They had kind of a different 6, 7, 8 guys every time this season. So, yeah, some seasons are like that, but yeah, I think they're going to put up a good chance. I think this game's going to be determined by like one touchdown. But Falcons also, yeah, if they get 7 guys here and they get a practicing, like 10-12 playoff is out for anyone. It's win or go home. So I think Falcons can also get some momentum to go into the playoffs as well, even if they lose this game week 7. So I didn't get to ask my tough questions in the beginning, so I'm gonna ask them now for you, Coach Ham. So the only big one I got. So number 1 seed, as you know, number 1 seed in the playoff weeks, they get a bye for playoffs week, but they also get to play the coaches in the coaches game. So one, I heard from a few, we got a lot of confirmed coaches playing. So we need to know right now on this week's pregame show, is Coach Ham confirmed for the coaches game? Is Coach Ham putting on cleats, getting in the coaches game? In 2 Saturdays, meaning he has 14 days to get the body, mind right, to get the reps
right.
out there.
I don't need reps.
Okay, so like, Coach Ham is ready. He don't
real.
need to get ready.
Coach Ham will be in the coach's game.
Okay.
With the Cardinals or the 49ers, and I'm ready to play, man.
Okay.
I'm ready to see how many of y'all can actually guard me.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Y'all talk a lot, but who gonna actually back it up?
I like it. I like it. So with that being said, we can either see 49ers, Cardinals, or Ravens. Ravens will have to win. Make sure make sure. Yeah. Win. One of those teams that obviously lose, but Ravens also need to put up I think 30 something points. They need a plus 30 win, on your Seahawks team to come in first. But my original question is, who would you like to see in that coaches game? Would you like what team would it be a little more sweeter to beat? Would it be 49ers, Cardinals, or that Ravens team?
Ravens is barbecue chicken. All day.
Wow.
It's barbecue chicken because you just said it. Shannon and Javinci takes control of the game, offense and defensive wise, and that's how they win games. Not to count any of the other little guys out, but
yeah.
When it's time for them to step up and win a game, they win a game the same way that Dre and Fats do. But they barbecue chicken against the coaches. But out of the 49ers and the Cardinals, who would be sweeter? That's a tough one, man, because the Cardinals just got sneaky guys. It's like Wody and them, you'll look at Wody and be like, just leave him open. Wody, don't, you got to put somebody on him.
Yeah.
But I would have to go a sweeter pick. It had to be the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, you want them a little more?
Because I feel like the 49ers can move the ball and they can stop the ball.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The Cardinals, they can score, but will they be able to actually stop us?
Yeah.
As a unit.
Yeah. For sure. 49ers definitely, 49ers definitely want all the smoke. Because we missed out on them last year. We didn't get a coaches game in. But this week, we got the coaches game confirmed. Next week, next pregame show, we gonna let y'all know who the coaches confirmed are. I believe we have 6, but we're not gonna reveal the coaches list just yet for y'all. But I would probably say, I would say 49ers just because we missed them last year. Man, and shout out to Coach Malik. Coach Malik would have been a great asset last year too for us, playing against the team that he coached. But I would say 49ers would be a little more sweeter. Cardinals, they got that home field advantage. That's their field for real. So seeing them in the coaches game, I feel like we the away team. But like you said, I think anyone you put in front of the coaches is barbecue chicken, And so we'll talk a little bit more about our matchup personnel next week. But let's get into the game day verse. So this week we got 2 Timothy 1:7, one of my favorite verses in the Bible for sure. It says, "For God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control." So for God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. So Coach Ham, what does this verse mean to you? What sticks out to you when you think about this verse here?
To me, it's like God gave us everything for us to achieve any mission. But fear is one of the top emotions that gets in the way, especially with our young men.
Yeah, for
And a
sure.
lot of our young men, they'll tell you, no, I ain't scared or I'm not fearful. But a lot of times it's the fear of you stepping out of your comfort zone, going to the next level. But God gave us everything we needed, which was the love, the respect, and what was it?
Self control.
Self control,
Yeah.
right? So through fear, you gotta have self control because you cannot be scared of that guy, right? But you gotta have enough self control to let him just be him and just to let him go ahead. But a lot of us fall victim to the fact of fear of that. Oh, I don't want him to do something to me, so I gotta get him before he can get me. So it's just God gave us everything.
Yeah.
You gotta let the fear go out the window. Fear is just an emotion for you to stop going.
Yeah.
You can't let fear control you. You got to control the fear.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, the qualities of like a great man or a man that knows like who we are and very intentional is someone that, doesn't abuse their power, but uses it in a healthy way. Someone that is very like loving and genuine, to like others, and like love and genuine, like, and being patient with himself when he makes mistakes. And then also someone who's like self-aware and has like self-control. I think, that's someone that can like accomplish anything in life. And just like you said, like scripture says, like God gave us like those tools fully equipped inside of us, through his Holy Spirit to do those things well and to accomplish anything we want in life. So yeah, thank you for sharing that with that verse for sure. And I think that's all we got for this week. So yeah, I can't wait for these matchups. Like I'm really excited. So let me pray us out, and we'll get into next week. So dear Heavenly Father, again, just thank you for this time. Thank you for just this great community you've given us, Lord. I lift up these games to you, and I pray our young men just take these game day verses, everything they're learning at the field, to heart, Lord, so that when they're away from us, they're still standing on these principles and lessons, and just qualities that can make them great men of God in the community and in their families, Lord. And we pray all these things in Jesus'